Welcome back, Fear Fiends, to the Chillergeist Horror League. We've got a shadowy showdown for you today in the Corpse Blue Corner versus the Blood Red Corner as we wrap up our found footage division. It's a clash of cryptic, unquantifiable forces. Boris, I'm already feeling the delicious dread of the unknown.
Affirmative, Doctor. We are observing a statistical analysis of two highly effective, albeit distinct, terror-generating phenomena. Their audience disorientation indices are both statistically significant, promising a high-yield, existential panic metric for our viewers.
Exactly. But before we dive into the numbers, let's look at the career trajectories of our two terrifying contenders. In the Blood Red Corner, we have the visitors from Phoenix Forgotten, a truly enigmatic presence, haunting our skies and our screens since their first appearance in 2017. Boris, what do you make of their elusive nature?
Subject visitors' operational footprint is statistically minimal, Doctor. Their visual manifestation coefficient is low, often relying on implied presence and unexplained aerial phenomena. This scarcity as a threat model demonstrates a robust survivability in a fluctuating audience fear threshold environment. Their consistency rating for character recognition remains at a statistically significant 94.2%.
Precisely. They're the masters of suggestion, leaving us to fill in the blanks with our own dread. And then, in the Corpse Blue Corner, we have the insidious demon from Devil's Due.
Subject demon, originating in 2014, displays a high rookie impact factor of 8.8. Its tactical evolution metric has been minimal due to a highly optimized initial design, focusing on psychological and physical possession. Its future prospects remain robust, contingent upon the continued exploration of the occult possession subtrope.
Precisely. So, we have the unknowable extraterrestrial versus the intimate, infernal entity. The cosmic mystery versus the personal invasion. Who truly dominates? After this brief look at their careers, we'll dive deep into the numbers that define their terror. Stay tuned for the tale of the tape. Welcome back to the Chillergeist Horror League. Boris, the detail of the tape is ready. Let's start with a classic, total confirmed kills.
Subject visitors boast a confirmed kill count of 3 across one primary cinematic appearance, a highly efficient output. The lack of a high casualty count is mitigated by a high psychological implosion rating. Conversely, Subject Demon's direct mortality count is lower, at 2 across its primary appearance. However, its transcendence determination ratio is notably higher, as many subjects undergo permanent, experiential reconfigurations from possession and psychic trauma.
The nuance of art. The demon aims for a more lasting transformation, not just termination. Fascinating. What about kill efficiency rating? Who gets the job done faster once the terror begins?
Subject visitors maintain a calculated 0.5 termination events per active screen minute, often due to prolonged psychological torment. Subject demon, conversely, averages 1.2 subject reconfigurations per minute once possession parameters are met, indicating a highly focused and immediate operational sequence.
So the visitors savor the build-up and the demon, well, it gets right to the point. Delicious. Next, time between kills.
Subject visitors exhibit a highly variable intertermination interval, with an average of 4.5 minutes. Data suggests a statistically significant variance for emotional processing. Subject demon's interval is more consistent, averaging 1.5 minutes between possession activation and experiential reconfiguration, due to its direct and protocol-driven approach.
It's the difference between a cat playing with a mouse and a surgical procedure. Next, weapon versatility score. Who has the broader toolkit?
Subject visitors' weapon utilization versatility is exceptionally low, with 2 distinct methods of subject termination. Subject demon's tool utilization is primarily focused on its signature possession, with a varied method count of 5, including physical manipulation, telekinesis, and psychological torment. High proficiency within a narrower specialization.
The visitors are an abstract, incomprehensible force, while the demon is a master puppeteer of flesh and spirit, both exquisite in their own way. What about their durability and resurrection count?
Subject visitors demonstrate a high elusiveness factor and dimensional integrity, which renders traditional termination metrics inapplicable. Subject demon, a spiritual entity, demonstrates an inherent dimensional integrity that also renders traditional termination metrics inapplicable. Its remanifestation count, after apparent banishing rituals, is limited to 1 instance, indicating a high baseline durability.
A cat of 9 lives versus a being beyond lives. Fascinating. Preferred pursuit method and speed?
Subject visitors exhibit non-Euclidean movement patterns within the aerial realm, effectively nullifying traditional proximity metrics. Their teleportation to target acquisition rate is 97.2%. Subject demon maintains a deliberate cadence of 0.8 miles per hour, often materializing directly into the target's vicinity, resulting in a 95% direct engagement success rate upon manifestation.
The visitors flow like liquid terror, always where you least expect them. The demon, however, brings its terror to you. Now, signature sound/catchphrase impact.
Subject visitors' auditory manifestations score an average 9.1 on the Verbal Psychological Distress Index. Subject demon's vocalizations achieve an 8.9 on the same index, generating existential discomfort, rather than overt fear. Both are high-ranking.
The visitor's eerie, unsettling silence is the sound of your sanity snapping. The demon's words are the sound of your soul being unstitched. Boris, stealth/ambush proficiency?
Subject visitors exhibit an unparalleled 99% in-dream ambush success rate, leveraging environmental manipulation to achieve optimal surprise factor. Subject demon rarely employs stealth tactics, preferring to announce its arrival, making overt concealment redundant.
The visitors are the masters of the jump scare within your own mind. The demon is the horror that arrives when summoned, demanding attention. Finally, the overall fear factor/iconic presence score.
Based on a preliminary Chillergeist consensus poll, subject visitors maintain a 9.5 primal terror coefficient, while subject demon registers a 9.3 existential dread coefficient. Both are high-ranking.
Excellent, Boris. Now, for my favorite part, the artistry of terror. Let's talk about the elegant dance of dread, starting with stalking prowess, who demonstrates the patient, silent grace of a hunter. Yes, the initial approach. I'm looking for the exquisite tension of the pursuit, the subtle shift in light and shadow, the promise of doom without immediate gratification.
Subject visitors' stalking efficiency score is a remarkable 97.8% within the aerial and spatial architecture. Their spatial incongruity manifestation allows for nonlinear pursuit, achieving target proximity without conventional locomotion. Highly effective.
They play with their prey's perception of space. It's a beautifully orchestrated nightmare. The demon, on the other hand, rarely stalks in the traditional sense, Boris. Its approach is often an invitation or a response to one. The anticipation comes from the puzzle box, the dread from its promise.
If somewhat lacking in predictable trajectory. Correct, Doctor. Subject demon's proximity acquisition is typically initiated via lament configuration activation. Its stalking phase is effectively replaced by dimensional ingress, resulting in a 100% target engagement rate once conditions are met. No wasted energy in pursuit.
Efficient, but less of the cat and mouse thrill. Now, psychological play. Does the villain truly toy with their prey, orchestrating a symphony of terror before the final curtain? Does the villain play with their prey? Do they relish the fear they induce? I'm looking for the agonizing whispers, the phone calls, the flickering lights that promise doom. The mental disintegration before the physical.
Subject visitors consistently achieves an average pre-termination psychological distress rating of 9.4, primarily through auditory manipulation and environmental distortion. Subject demons' experiential deconstruction rating averages 9.1. Its methods induce ontological disorientation and sensory overload, rather than conventional fear.
The visitors are the ultimate sadists of the psyche. The demon, however, delves into a different kind of psychological torture, the existential horror of pain and pleasure. Magnificent. Now, weapon selection and execution. Is the weapon an extension of their will? Is the weapon an extension of their will, chosen for its aesthetic impact as much as its lethality? I appreciate the clean lines of true predation, but also the imaginative flourish.
Subject visitors' tool utilization is highly variable. Their termination methods often involve grotesque, high biofluid disbursement events, indicating a focus on theatricality over clinical efficiency. Subject demon demonstrates a chilling precision with its chain apparatus. Its aesthetic impact score for experiential reconfigurations is 9.2, due to the methodical deconstruction of form.
The visitor's kills are like avant-garde performance art. The demon creates living sculptures of agony. Utterly divine. Next, territory dominance. Does the villain command their environment? Do they become an inseparable, terrifying part of the setting? A truly great predator makes the very air shiver with their presence, twisting reality to their will.
Subject visitors exhibit a 100% environmental control factor within their designated operational zone. Their domain is absolute and adaptive. Subject demon's interdimensional control factor is also 100% within the labyrinth configuration. Its presence defines the very geometry of torment.
They don't just dominate their territory, they are the territory. Finally, signature flair. What's that personal touch that separates the common killer from the truly iconic? Every artist has a signature. What is that going to say, Boris?
Subject visitors' post-termination quick delivery is statistically unique, with a humor-to-horror conversion rate of 0.8, achieving a 9.6 iconic presence score. Subject demons' philosophical pre-engagement monologues and pain-pleasure axiom demonstrations are statistically unique, with a sophistication-to-dread index of 0.9, achieving a 9.4 iconic presence score. Both are high-tier.
There you have it, fear fiends. The numbers have been crunched, the artistry has been dissected, and the final results are in. Boris, who takes the crown in this Chillergeist Horror League matchup?
Based on the pre-established hierarchical placement metrics, the winner of this found footage head-to-head is Subject Visitors. Their official ranking of 9 on the Chillergeist Top 10 Found Footage Villains list statistically surpasses the official ranking of 10 for Subject Demon, resulting in a conclusive victory.
The Visitors triumph, and with that, we have completed the Found Footage division. The final expert Top 10 for the Found Footage division is now solidified. Join us next time as we dive into a new division and a new realm of terror. Until then, stay scared and stay creepy.